All right. Getting there again. Hello. Welcome to a manic Monday, except that it's Tuesday, but it's still manic. I don't have us pulled up yet. I want to glue this down. I need to add glue to my bottle. That's what I need to do. All right, finishing my book. Pretty darn exciting. Pretty darn exciting. All right, let's find us. Facebook. Open. Hey, we're right there. All right, let me get the link going. Hey, we're right there. I got your charger cord for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
You guys like your feet.
Creative hand lettering. Yep. Getting the link out. Sorry I'm late, you guys. It's been a morning and a half. For just a morning. A morning and a half. All right. Okay. Good morning, Lita and Susan and Jackie. Let's do this. Okay. Okay. All right. I think I'm back in business. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I certainly don't know if I'm ready. Hi, Pamela and Lita and Jackie. Did I already say that? And Susan and Ellen. Hello. Hello. I don't have a shameless plug sign today, so we're just going to forego all that. And say, hi, it's Lindsay. You can find everything from me in the way of classes and collage elements and burnishing sticks and watercolors. I forget to talk about the watercolors a lot. Those are all on the website at creativecuteness.com. And we're going to say goodbye to September and hello, hello, October tomorrow. We'll be saying that tomorrow, but we're going to say goodbye to September today, finishing our prompts. So here's how it works here. Every weekday morning, which is what this is, Tuesday, I do a live video here at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time right now. And then we use prompts that are created for us by different people in our group. I would say ladies, but there are a few men as well. Not as many as there are ladies. And then we work on the prompts all month long. We do lettering, we do doodling, we do watercolor, we do bookmaking sometimes, we do card making sometimes, we do journaling sometimes. And basically, it's all a plan to get you to practice your lettering and doodling and just get better with working for 15 minutes a day, maybe, on art of some kind, just to give you a happy place. So that's the plan. We have finished our September prompts today. Well, let me look up the lyrics for this song because I can sing it, but lyrics, but I don't know for sure. Oh, it is spelled this way. What is a flow? F-L-O-E-S. F-L-O-E-S, meaning. I've never heard it spelled that way. A sheet of flowing ice rose and flows, not that spelling, of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air. Oh my God, I can't wait to draw this one. And feather canyons everywhere. I looked at clouds that way. Joni Mitchell. Okay, so then let's talk about what's coming tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be starting our October prompts that were created for us by none other than the infamous Penny Similink. Did I say that right, Penny? Penny's here today, that's why I had to say infamous. Penny created a month of monster movies, and then I put my twist on it and decided some of them were too scary for you guys who said, please don't do scary Halloween stuff again this year. Last year we did pretty scary. This year we're going to go more cute and try to do more lettering than we are going to do doodling. And we are going to do more mixed media than we are going to do drawing. So I think we're going to do a mixed media month with all these fun prompts. And here's the plan. I have two plans. Plan number one is I decorated this cute little bag of bags. It's 3 bags together. They're just lunch bags like this, right? And all I did was I folded it down like this for the first one here and tore it. And then the next one I folded about here and tore it. And then the next one I folded about here and tore it. You know what I mean? And then I stacked them inside each other because those hold really nicely A2 greeting cards and envelopes. So we're going to make some fall and Halloween cards and envelopes, and they're getting stacked in this cute bag because, you know, why not? I have tons of lunch bags, might as well use them. So I decorated it with some papers that were in my stash. I did put a bottom on it here and a bottom on the inside. And then I decorated some pumpkins that are going to go here. And I'm not sure what I'm going to have sticking out here, if anything. It might just be cute, like 3 layers of bags. And the reason that I did that, 3 layers of bags, is to thicken it up so that it had some strength to it. And because it's cute. I mean, we do everything because it's cute, right? So these are some of my collage elements. We will be using some collage elements this time around. So you can go to the website, which I will take you to right now. Hold on. Let me find the collage elements, and I will share the link for collage elements because all of the Halloween ones are right at the top of the page. So here, hi Kimberly. Kimberly, you're never here. Or if you are here, I never hear from you. Okay, so there's a link. Oh no, Dietta's husband has to have another heart ablation. We have had more ablations than I can count in our immediate family. Sick of it. Us too, but we've only had 2. Well, good luck to Mr. Jones. Me and Mr. Jones. Okay, sorry. I couldn't help myself. Okay, so I put up a link there to get you to collage elements. So if you are unfamiliar with my collage elements, they're sheets of artwork that I draw, and I put all the Halloween and fall ones towards the top of the page so that you can find them easily. And we're going to use these to decorate our cards and our journal pages. Instead of drawing, we'll have little pictures that we can use. Or we'll do mixed media and not worry about a picture at all. You know what I mean? So if you don't have a paper bag and you want to do greeting cards, you can also make a bag out of this kind of bag. You know, just cut the handle off because you want your cards to kind of stick out of the top here like this. You don't want them way low in the bag. At least that's my opinion. So some days we're going to make cards. Some days we're going to work in a journal. Some days we're going to work in a journal and make a card. Blow your mind, really. So this is the journal I decided to use. It's a 7 3/4, I think, by 7 3/4 journal from Ranger and Dilutions. It's a Dilutions creative journal. I worked in it in our book club already. Did this page. Did this page. Did this page. Gonna do this page. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I just really wanted to fill up the extra pages with pumpkins because I love pumpkins so much. So that's the plan for the back part of this journal. The front part of this journal is going to have our prompts. What I liked about these prompts is that Penny did not give us dates of which ones we want to do first. So, for example, tomorrow I might do Nothing is More Important Than Family, or Never Forget How Much Your Family Loves You. That was Mama Imelda in the show Coco, in the movie Coco. One of my favorites. There are so many good quotes from that movie. There are so many good lyrics from that movie. So not only am I going to look at the quotes that Penny gave us, but I'm also going to do a deep dive into other quotes that I might hit me for that day that works out better in my mind. But I think a greeting card that says nothing is more important than family would be beautiful. And then, you know, whatever else works here. So that is starting tomorrow. I have a file folder here of lots of mixed media type of papers to use. So that's exciting. So pull some papers together. Pull any ephemera that you want to use, any ribbons, any buttons, any flowers, you know, whatever you may have that you want to use. Pull it together and put it in an envelope or file folder so you can keep everything straight and together. That is tomorrow. Questions? Does anybody have any questions? Oh, if you're looking for the prompts, they're in the files section. I did want to share this. I got a postcard in the mail from Immaculate Heart College Art Department. It's their rules that were created by Sister Corita Kent. Oh, my greeting cards, hold on. It's what they call an A2 size. I don't know what it is. I never can remember. But if you look up A2 size greeting cards, it's standard. It takes a standard postage stamp, which is now like 78 cents or something. So the envelope is 5 3/4 by 4 1/2, and the card size is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. But it's a standard A2 size card, and if you're needing to make the card part, if you have a bunch of envelopes like me, the card itself is just a half of an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of paper. All good? Okay. Love you. I'll see you in a few. So if you cut your 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of paper in half, you're going to end up with 2 cards. And that's normally what I do. I don't usually buy cards. I usually am using up scrapbooking paper and cardstock. But I do buy packs of envelopes. You can buy packs on Amazon. You can buy them from Blick. You can buy fancy ones that are like watercolor ones. You can buy cheap ones. I usually use cheap ones. But I do have some from when I worked at Ben Franklin. We sold individual envelopes and I bought a lot of colors. So that's the card size. But use whatever. I mean, someday I might not use this size. I might run downstairs to my stash and get a 5 by 7 watercolor card because I have a wild watercolor hair up my butt and I want to do a watercolor. So there's that. Let's go back to this. So my favorite person in the world is Sister Corita Kent. And this came in the mail for me yesterday and I was super excited to get it. It is from Immaculate Heart College, which is where I always wanted to go to high school. There's a high school for Immaculate Heart and a college for Immaculate Heart. It's where Sister Corita and other nuns taught during the 60s before she became disemboweled as a nun and just became a regular human walking around on the streets. But these are their rules in their art room, and I wanted to read them. Rule number 1, find a place you trust and then try trusting it for a while. Rule number 2, general duties of a student. Pull everything out of your teacher. Pull everything out of your fellow students. I love that. I love all of these rules. Rule number 3, general duties of a teacher. Pull everything out of your students. Rule number 4, consider everything an experiment. Yep. Rule number 5, be self-disciplined. That would be my number 1 rule. This means finding someone wise or smart and choosing to follow them. Be disciplined is to follow in a good way. To be self-disciplined is to follow in a better way. Don't you love that rule? Rule number 5 is a good one. Rule number 6, nothing is a mistake. There's no win and no fails. There is only make. Also a favorite rule. Rule number 7, the only rule is work. And that's how I feel every day. The only rule here is showing up in the morning, putting a pencil in your hand or a brush in your hand or a pen and a piece of scrap paper right on the back of an envelope and just draw or letter or doodle or whatever you feel in your heart for that day. Do the work. Okay, so rule number 7, the only rule is work. If you work, it will lead to something. It's the people who do all of the work all of the time who eventually catch on to things. Am I shouting? Rule number 8, don't try to create and analyze at the same time. They are different processes. Rule number 9, be happy whenever you can manage it. Enjoy yourself. It's lighter than you think. Oh my God, these are they're fundamental. Rule number 10, we're breaking all of the rules, even our own rules. And how do we do that? By leaving plenty of room for X quantities. That's a quote by John Cage. I don't know who he is, but here's a helpful hint. Always be around. Come and go to everything. Always go to class. Read anything you can get your hands on. Look at movies carefully. Often. Save everything. It might come in handy later. There should be new rules next week. You can order this from Immaculate Heart College and Immaculate Heart High School. You can also order it from the Corrida Art Center in Southern California. She still has an art center there, even though she's not a nun. Well, she's passed away, but she became not a nun anymore and moved to Boston. But those are her rules, and those are my rules, and I love them. So there you have it. I just did a little schooling for you this morning. We usually don't get that, churchy, but it was a little churchy. Okay, yesterday we had Joni Mitchell, and this is probably my favorite page I've done so far. I made a decision. I love the pink and the orange so much together. I loved how quick it went together. I loved how simple it is. Oh, Julie says, these are brilliant. I read a Benedictine rule. Listen with the ear of your heart. I gotta write that down. And look it up and see who actually said it. Listen with the ear of your heart. That may be my journal page for today. All right. So that's what we did yesterday. We're pulling our onion skin over. I have one more sheet of onion skin here. I covered up the back hole of the 45 album, and then I covered up the back with some pretty lined paper. And I'm going to write a little bit of what we did here. There. So this is our last page. Here we go. So we have to do rows and flows of angel hair. So I definitely want to do an angel. And I think she's going to be in a cloud. And I want swirly clouds. I saw an artist do these somewhere recently. and they're just swirls. And I thought they were really cool, but the guy that I saw do these did them really precise swirls, and I just want them to be kind of wispy. You know what I mean? So not really precise. Oh, let's punch a hole in it before I get too far, and then can't get an orange. Denise, Diana can see the pink and the orange. Do you see it in your hair? Girlfriend? All right. What is it? I forgot already. Rows and flows of angel hair. Where is my list? I don't know where I put it. I'll get the rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. Doing some ice cream castles, whatever that may mean. So I'm going to draw some ice cream cones. I guess I could have drawn it in a cup, but it's more fun to draw a cone. I want them kind of simple, so it's going to be like that. Rows and flows of angel hair, so I need an angel. And she needs rows and flows of angel hair. Rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feather canyons. We're going to just give her a feather and forego the canyon. Everywhere I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. I can't sing that high. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's cloud illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. This song was written by Joni Mitchell. Do not let anybody fool you and tell you that it was written by Judy Collins. She did sing it, but Joni Mitchell wrote it. So let's not even have that discussion. I don't have to write this in. I just want to write the word flows. F-L-O-E-S. All right, let's do this. Am I down far enough? Hopefully. Hopefully you can see. Okay, so I want to do my clouds first. I took my beta blocker early this morning because I've been up all night. I fell asleep at 2 o'clock in the morning. I have a lot going on in my brain today, and yesterday, and the day before. What day don't I have a lot going on in my brain? I have a lot going on in my brain. So what I did last night was I planned a whole new series of classes. I'm going to do a subscription-based class where you sign up for the whole year. I learned how to do it. You sign up for the whole year, but you pay monthly. So you'll pay like $10 a month or something. You know what I mean? but you have to sign up for you have to commit to the whole year. And 2 different series of classes, I think. This is my plan. It might be kind of, what do you call it? Where you make too many plans. It might be a lot. But I still really want to do it. So the first one I'm calling So Much Cuteness. And it is all about sewing. You don't have to have a sewing machine to be part of the class. You only have to have a needle and a thread. You know? But each month there will be a new project. And guess what? I've already come up with all the projects for the whole entire month. I'm super duper excited. I have enough projects for 2 years. So this is a class that will probably continue for 2 years. That is really exciting to me. And the fact that I figured out how to teach a sewing class because you guys keep asking me. So it'll be sewing, stitching, like a few embroidery stitches that I'll teach you how to do. And then beading on sewing, and then projects that involve fabric, paper, felt, some sewing projects. Isn't that fun? Is anybody else excited about that, or is it just me? Because I think it's going to be super fun. And then the other one is going to be a year-long lettering class where we dive really deep into every month a different style of lettering and then a layout. So we'll do a layout and lettering each month. I'm adding another ice cream cone here because you can never have too much ice cream. So those are the 2 new classes that are going to come next year as a subscription-based class. And then we're going to do the empty page class, which is the journaling class, which will be like Journal Play Day, but we're changing the name to the empty page. So it's kind of like Journal Play Day. It's not going to be exactly like Journal Play Day. We're going to work in a journal, and we'll talk about paper, the quality of paper, the pens that you want to use for journaling, the watercolors, the mixed media tips for background pages, and a lot of quotes. Got to have a lot of quotes. So there will be 3 new classes next year. So Much Cuteness. What did I call the lettering one? I can't remember already. I have a name for it. Because I do my best thinking at, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30 in the morning. It was quite the night. I have notes for all of it. I love my little note thing on my phone. I used to keep a pad of paper and a pen by my bed, but now I just keep my phone. Denise said, and you said you were out of ideas. I mean, I am out of ideas for like individual classes, but a series of classes where we can just focus for the whole year on something, that is brilliant. And I didn't know you could do a subscription on the website that I have, but you can. It'll be super fun. Fun for me because less bookkeeping. I am so happy about it. The stitching one especially. I have so many projects that I do that involve fabric and stitching. I mean, of course, we'll do a journaling pouch. We're going to do my little hanging pillow. We're going to do blessing sticks. I forgot what else. I have so many. A button bouquet. We're going to do ephemera, with stitching, slow stitching. We're going to make a little trash can for our desk out of stitched squares. I'm making crazy roofs on these. I wish I knew what Joni Mitchell meant by these lyrics, but I do not. So all I can do is assume. Anyway, that's the plan, Stan, and I'm sticking to it. And even if you don't sew, don't be afraid to sign up for the class, because I'm going to teach you just simple techniques like a running stitch. It won't be hard, I promise. Scout's honor. What else can I tell you about? We have more family crap going on that I'm not allowed to talk about yet. Sworn to secrecy. Oh, my painting got done on my cabinets yesterday. That was exciting. So he put the shellac sealer on, the last 2 coats. So I think, if all goes well, but you know, nothing ever goes well in our lives. I think the granite guy might be here tomorrow to put the granite in. And man, you're going to see the happiest girl in the whole USA. A button bouquet. What is a button bouquet? We're going to take little buttons and make a flower bouquet out of it. And you could put it on a greeting card or the front of a journal or on a journal page or in a frame. Have you ever done one? Barbara, are you a stitcher? Do you stitch? Anyway, that's the idea. I can't think of all of the others. Oh, wait, I have a list. I have a list. I can look it up on my computer. There are going to be badges. Oh, we're going to stitch on photographs. We're going to stitch some lettering. We're going to do snippet spools, a string of hearts. My mom and I made a string of hearts every year. It was one of my favorite things to do with her. And we'll do a string of hearts in February. What else do I have down here? We're going to do a little pillow. We're going to zhuzh up a sweatshirt. We're going to paint seam binding, slow stitch yo-yos and flowerets. Make a trash can bag. Oh, a needle pouch. A pouch that holds your needles. We're going to make that. What else? Tags, McMedia tags. Oh, and prayer flags. I was cleaning out my craft room the other day, and I found a prayer flag that I used to make. I used to make them with my girlfriends, and I haven't made them for a long time, but you know the Tibetan flags? It's like that, but Lindsay-esque. It'll be more Lindsay style than a Tibetan flag, but a prayer flag. That's what I call them anyway. I had done a prayer flag for Art Quilt Studio magazine one time, and I found the sample. So I'm like, okay, let's do this. Haven't done this in a long time. And I'll tell you mainly why I'm teaching this class, because I have been wanting to stitch something fierce for a while. And I thought, if I teach a class, then I have to. It's mandatory, right? I have to make samples. Oh, what a shame. little feather girl here. Wonder what a feather canyon is. So many questions I have about these lyrics. If I could just get Joni on the phone and ask her. I would love to know more about songs that people wrote and why they wrote the lyrics that they wrote. That's why I used to love the MTV Unplugged show. And then I watched all of the Kelly Clarkson Songs and Stories show. Did anybody watch that? Really good. Okay. Let's erase this. And then lettering, yeah, we're going to pick a lettering style every month, either my style or we'll choose it from somebody's lettering book. And we're going to take a deep dive into that lettering style. Or I might choose a font, or we might pick a lettering like off of a movie set. Like, you know, the titles of the movies. I love the lettering that they usually do there. Or a book font on the cover of a book. So, yeah, it all hit me last night because when you lay awake with stress worrying, sometimes ideas come to you. Okay. I'm going to start up here. I never heard this word flow. Sheets of ice. I almost put a W. I'm going to add some more little wispy because her hair is supposed to be like ice, but it's really not. Oh, I didn't erase good here. Rows and flows of angel hair. It is so nice, you guys, to have beta blockers. I can write with a skinny pen again, and I can write fine. Rows and flows of angel hair. And ice cream castles. Castles. Hope I spelled castle right. In the air. And feather canyons everywhere, right? Hold on, I got lost there for a second. And feather canyons everywhere. So quiet. I love it. I don't think I can fit canyons there. I hope I can spell everywhere in here. It's a challenge. It's going to be close. I've looked at clouds that way. That's what's going down here. bigger. But still with a little tiny pen. Because I can. Thank you, modern medicine. Oh, I know what happened yesterday. When I came home from the hospital, anyway, when I came home from the doctors, let's just put it that way, there was a bat in the house. And I knew there was a bat in the house, but we couldn't find it. And I came home, and there he was sitting on one of the sheets that was covering all of our food that came out of the cupboards. And he was just a little baby, just sitting there. But I freak out. I'm a pretty brave girl at most things. But I freaked out. And my husband was down the hill. And I started texting my kids, and they all said, just put something over it and get it outside and just take it out. And I'm like, you don't understand. He's going to come get me. So luckily the painter was on his way up to do the second coat. So I messaged him and I said, how are you at getting rid of bats? And he said, oh, I'm good. So I said, there will be a big tip in it for you. And there was. He got that bat right out of here. He just took the sheet that it was sitting on top of, because I have sheets covering all of our food. And he took the sheet right outside and flung him in the air. And I swear I almost cried. But I tried to compose myself. But bats are something bats and mice, I cannot. I just cannot. I can do spiders, centipedes, snakes. I can do all of that. Not a bat. What was I just doing? Oh, this. Like, I know I was doing detail somewhere. Okay. Well, anyway. Let me get my colors here. Oh, hey, look. I found the shameless plug sign. Let's do a quick shameless plug for me at creatorofcuteness.com. That's the website. There it is. All right. Been there, done that. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's clouds, illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds. So that's my bat story. And I did give the painter guy an extra tip. Because I was so grateful. I can't even tell you how grateful I was. Oh, how was the DMV? It was fine. It went really quick, you guys. I had an appointment, and back in May when I started this process, before everybody in my life started going into the hospital and dying and everything, I thought I filled it out online, but the lady said I didn't. So I had to go over and fill out a form online for applying for the real ID. So I did that, and it took less than a minute, and I'm pretty excited. Well, I probably shouldn't share this. Yeah, you know what? I don't give a shit. Oh, did I just cuss? I'm sorry. I selected a new political party, and I was excited about that. Because you can do that. When you're doing that, they ask for the organ donor thing. They ask if you want to choose a different political party. They also asked if I wanted to use my P.O. box or my home address. And I was going to use my P.O. box because everything I have goes to the P.O. box right now. But the lady at the counter lives across the road from me. And she said, oh no, you don't want to use your P.O. box. And I'm like, why? All my mail goes to my P.O. box. And she said, because when they close the freeway, which they do, because we live in a snowy area, she goes, you want your address on there so they let you through so you can get home. And I'm like, you are brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? So I did that. I have my regular address because I don't want to be stuck down the bottom of the hill when they say, okay, the freeway's closed, but if you live here, you could go home. But if I had just a, if I had just a, oh Lord have mercy, why can't I think today? If I had just my P.O. box, they would probably turn me away. You know what I mean? Did you get your real ID yesterday? Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. And I had to pay for my regular driver's license like 2 weeks ago when I had to go to Kansas and needed to rent a car, and I needed my driver's license and it expired. I had to pay $45 to get a new license. Well, because it was within the month, they didn't charge me for the real ID because I already had paid for my license. It was super simple. And they don't need a birth certificate. Whoever said you need it, I mean a marriage certificate, I'm sorry. They do need a birth certificate or a passport or your marriage certificate. So those are all optional things. But they just need proof of residency. So I'm like, my husband is not on our electric bill or our phone bill or whatever. But I said, he does have a lot of medical bills. And she goes, just have him bring those. As long as it has your address on it, we're good. So that's awesome. I highly recommend you get one. Number one, for the fact that you can become an organ donor. If you've never been an organ donor before, I've been one since I was 16, but you can do that. You can change your political party if you want, and you can put whatever address on it you want. And you get to take a new photograph. So the lady's taking my photograph with my glasses on, which I hate myself with my glasses on. And she goes, oh, there's too much glare. Can you take your glasses off? And I said, gladly. So then she took another picture with my glasses off, and that's the picture that's going to come on my driver's license. Super excited. But I will tell you this, do not go into the DMV, at least in California, without a time slot, an appointment, because I walked right up. It was easy peasy lemon squeezy. Super simple. In other words. Right? Any other questions I can answer for you? Oh, it's just fun. Cheryl says, I use a tennis racket to get the bats. Do you get bats a lot, Cheryl? Because I don't ever want another one. But that's what my painter guy said. He goes, do you have a tennis racket? And I said, no. He goes, what about pickleball? I'm like, no. If it's physical exertion, I don't do it. No, no, and no. Oh, that's a pretty color. But he said you use a tennis racket. I'm like, I don't even understand what you do with a tennis racket. But he said he's had bats twice in the last year in his house. And the last time, I told him he's a sadistic, whatever word you want to use. I always use bad words, so I'll try really hard not to. But he said they had a bat in their bedroom, and his wife started screaming for him to come in and get the bat. And he took the door and went outside and shut the door on her and left her in the bedroom. And I'm like, you are mean. I said she probably was totally freaked out. He said, oh, she was really mad. He said the bat kept hitting the ceiling fan and then getting shoved against the wall, like it would get swatted with the ceiling fan before he was able to get it. I'm like, you are a mean guy, locking your wife in the bedroom. Meanie. They don't require you to bring your license plate? No, just a driver's license, Denise. A regular driver's license if you have one. Oh, and I thought I got in there and I thought I left my wallet at home, and I'm like, oh, this is bad. I don't have my driver's license. But then I did. So everything got better. Yeah, the other day when I told my husband we had a bat again, he's like, we don't have another bat. He didn't believe me. And then we couldn't find it. And then he goes outside and he comes running in the bedroom and he goes, I found the bat. And he throws the dog's bat toy at me. The dogs have a toy bat that's got a squeaker in it. You know, I bought it because it was Halloween and 40% off or whatever. And he chucked it at me and I'm like, ah! And I screamed, like, you're not nice, not funny, men. All states are different, Denise says. Oh, for their driver's license? It is weird. I've always said years ago that we should all just get, like, chipped like dogs. Just get chipped. My kids, I would have loved them to be chipped, like when we went to Disneyland and stuff. It would have been lovely to have my kids chipped, because if they got lost, then, you know, you wouldn't worry about them. You would just have somebody scan them, and that's my kid. Save a lot of court processes. You know, these are the weird things I think about at 2 o'clock in the morning when I cannot sleep. Linda says, stop, I'm laughing so hard and you're giving Tom ideas. Tom, no. Do not throw a bat at Linda. Linda, congratulations on your grandson going to the Little League again, whatever it is, World Series or whatever. Is anybody else watching The Voice? There was such a good country western singer last night. Girl. She had a beautiful voice. I love watching The Voice, and then I stop watching. I love the beginning when they're choosing people and handing out their shirts and stuff. Then I stop watching. It's like Dancing with the Stars. It's fun at the beginning, but then I'm done. I really like this. It came out really cute. I guess it's not done, but. And I love the guy last night on The Voice I loved his voice, who sang, I can't remember the song, but he lived in Altadena and they lost their house. Their house survived the fire, but then it's full of, you know, they can't go back, in other words. That's what happens in a fire. And ice cream castles in the air. Our favorite is the fun banter and antics. Us too. Well, not my husband. He just scrolls on his phone, but he likes to listen to the music. He doesn't like movies unless there's bang bang shoot 'em up stuff going on. All right, I think we're going to make this feather rainbow. Duh, I should have done it at the same time as the hair. My poor dogs, we've been gone every day lately, and they just have to stay in the house, and now today it's raining, and they're staying in the house. I do feel bad for them. And my house is starting to become a kennel, it seems like, because the dogs are still peeing in the house a little bit. Occasionally. No, I'm lying. They're peeing in the house a lot. And it's pissing me off. I really need to figure out how to get them. I think part of the problem is the fact that we have the kitchen torn up and the whole house just has stuff everywhere. But it won't be long. Oh, her cheek got awfully dark there and there, but it's okay. Okay, I like it. She just needs a lot of color in here, in the lettering, I think. Gonna do each line a different color as to what is in the clouds. I think that'll go faster and easier, because I have to go to the pharmacy and pick up a prescription, and then go be with my honey bunches of oats. And Feather Canyons. Barbara says they are having more fun this season than I've seen before. They are having a lot of fun. And that makes it fun for us to watch. And I loved last night the penalty box. That Michael Bublé just seems like such a fun guy. Doesn't he? Like a fun guy to hang out with. He just seems kind of crazy. And Snoop Dogg is actually funner than I thought he would be. He makes me laugh. I think he's a really smart cookie. I mean, to be friends with Martha. Gotta be pretty smart. Julie says, I'm amazed how you do this in an hour. When I used to have my store, we had to do this kind of stuff with kids sitting on our lap. We would paint on their little clipboards or picture frames or lunch boxes or that kind of stuff, and then they would sit on our laps, and ridiculous, really. Okay, let's put some background in here. I'm not sure I'm going to like this. Oh, this is a brand new brush. I really didn't want to do this, but it's okay. This is a good squirrel hair brush from Beam Paints. That's all right. Got to break it in sometime, right? Can't hoard it forever. I'm going to throw a little bit of purple in. Oh, that's a lot of purple. I usually don't do pastel-y things either, and I really like this pastel-y kind of look for this. Okay, I think I am done, but I got a bunch of water spots on this, so we'll just do some cloud looking circles on this for the back side. What other colors did I have? Purple. A bright pink. Oh, that's really bright. Oh, well. It is what it is. You guys excited to start Halloween stuff tomorrow? Because I am. I'm hopeful for the best. I know I'm not really allowed to say anything at this point. My husband doesn't want me to, but I hope to be here tomorrow. There could be extenuating circumstances, and that's all I'm going to say for that. But hopefully I'll be here tomorrow. But we do have some family stuff going on. Just know that if for some reason I'm not here. Oh, Margaret says, if you want an excellent stain odor eliminator that completely removes the scent of your dogs, don't remark. I'm buying it. Whatever you're telling me. For real? Margaret, can I trust you? I'm putting it right in my cart as we speak. I probably should just buy it. Margaret, you swear by that? You don't have like stock in the company and just need to sell it? Okay, so that is straight. Oh, let's do this. Haven't done this for a while. This is a beautiful brush. I feel like I do not deserve this brush. I don't even know why it feels so good, but it does. It feels so pretty to use. Must be the squirrel hair. Maybe I should go catch some squirrels and make some brushes. For real, I even put a black light on stuff. Oh, I want a black light so bad. Yesterday I walked around the house because our upstairs is where the dogs hang out, and the upstairs is so crowded with stuff from the kitchen that they're just peeing wherever they can right now because, well, they've been left in the house a lot recently. And so yesterday I went around getting just stains because I don't even care that there's just a small path. I'm taking out the carpet cleaner tonight and doing just the pathway. I can't look at it anymore. And then I need somebody who knows how to train dogs to tell me how to get these dogs to stop peeing in the house. I've done everything possibly that I can, at least in my mind I have. So this song is on, it's from 1966, but it doesn't tell me what album. I think it's Ladies of the Canyon. I'm probably wrong again. Is Both Sides Now On? It's on Clouds from 1969. I was wrong. All right. Both sides now. Joni Mitchell. On Clouds, which makes sense. 1969. Doesn't really look like a cloud. But it's okay. It's not horrible. Not great, not horrible. Kathy says, I put a bell on the door and would ring it when we went outside, and they got used to ringing the bell when they needed to go outside. I've heard of that, and that is something I definitely want to try. Because my life would be so happy if I could teach my dogs to ring a bell. You can ring my bell, ring my bell, my bell. Oh, that's very dark. Oh well. It's the backside. What does it matter? I'm going to try that, Kathy. Just any bell, like reindeer bells. I don't need anything fancier. You can buy black light bulbs that fit into any lamp. Halloween is the best time to found them. And that'll show me where the stains are. All right. So excited, Margaret. Thank you. All right, let's get some detail. What time is it? Oh, I'm late. Sorry, kids. This took longer than I thought. I thought I was doing pretty good time-wise. Now I want ice cream and castles. I want ice cream castles in the air. I think I might need glitter in these clouds. What do you think? Got really quiet. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of ideas for classes. My head's just like there was nothing in it 2 days ago. But then sometimes when you get stressed and you just have to take your mind and focus on something else, I think that's what happened. Pretty stressed out the last couple days. So I think my mind is just overflowing with like, let's just take Lindsay out of this world and put her into this world. Know what I mean? Oh, a blacklight flashlight on Amazon. I'm going to put that in my cart with that stain remover stuff that Margaret just told me about. Margaret, I will not remember who told me about it, so thank you now for telling me. Cute. Oh, need dots in the star. And can't tell you how excited I am to finish this project. What's up, Bugsy? Did Timmy fall in the well? That's what my husband always says. You know, from Lassie. He thinks it's so funny when he says that, too. Did Timmy fall in the well? Okay, what do you guys think? Do you like it? Do you not like it? This takes so much pressure. Oh, there we go. Well, that was a big drip. Bugsy, I know the dogs next door are barking, but I don't need to hear it from you. There's nobody bad here. Well, there could be, but I don't think there is. Oh man, that's really pretty, you guys. I hope you can see it. Can you see all the glitter in there? It's really pretty. Bugs, nothing's wrong. Seriously, chill. Chillax. All right, one more thing and then I'm done. Done. Silver. I don't know why I decided to do this. This is going to take a long time. But it's cute. Cuteness factor. It's an important rule. Maybe I should write my own rules like those rules from Immaculate Heart. Oops, I'm smearing the glitter. Okay, well, this is stinking cute now. I love the glitter pen. Just have to dry this a bit so I can turn it over. Well, this was a fun way to end our class, or whatever you want to call it. Was this a class? I feel like I still hear the bat flapping around in this house. He's gone. To the best of my knowledge. I don't know how they get in. Okay, well, I really, really like it. I'm going to do this back part here with just some silver dots to kind of tie it in. That's an important factor, tying things in. And I think we really learned that this month with doing the fronts and the backs. Don't you? I mean, don't you think we did that? All right, ready? You can ring my bell, ring my bell. I have a bell that we ring at Christmas for Santa. All right, since I'm already late, you ready? Let's do this. Lyrics on the Loose by Stacy D. Giacomo. This is Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. This is Blue Jean Baby. No, it's Forever in Blue Jeans, Neil Diamond. I'm not going to show you the backs. This is Our House is a Very, Very, Very Fine House. Graham Parsons, Graham Nash. This is James Taylor, Good Night You Moonlight Ladies, Sweet Baby James. This is Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. This is Louis Armstrong, What a Wonderful World. I have two of these because I messed up. Creedence Clearwater Revival, and this is the only one I still have to do the back of. John Fogerty, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Have You Ever Heard the Rain? I have to do the back of both of them, I guess. This is Diana Ross. No, this is Dionne Warwick. Love is the Only Thing That There's Just Too Little of. This is Billy Joel. What's it called? New York State of Mind. This is Don McLean, Bye Bye Miss American Pie. This is John Denver, Country Roads, Take Me Home. This is I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to teach Lindsay to sing in perfect harmony. Okay, this is Rocket Man, Elton John. This is Paul Simon and Artie Garfunkel. Bridge Over Troubled Water. This is Rhinestone Cowboy, my least favorite page in the whole book. I can hardly look at it. This is Imagine by John Lennon. This is Up on the Roof, Carole King. Love this page. This is Earth, Wind, and Fire, You're a Shining Star, No Matter Who You Are. This is Gladys Knight and the Pips. Midnight Train to Georgia. This is Stevie, the Amazing Woman Nix, Landslide. And this is, from yesterday, Miss Joni Mitchell, Big Yellow Taxi. And this is from today, Miss Joni Mitchell, Rose and Flows of Angel Hair, both sides now. All right, I have to go. You can't make me stay any longer. I'm leaving. So, this is what we did today. This is what we did all month. We finished. Congratulations if you finished. I hope you did. I'm going to take a picture of this and share it with everybody, and then I'll be back tomorrow. We will be either doing greeting cards or a journal page, or probably both. And that's it. September is in the books. Very happy. All right, have a great day, you guys. I love you so much, and be good humans, okay? All right, bye. Bye.